To the rest of the world, Texas is an American state. To Texans, Texas is a state of mind. It's where cowboys meet horsepower and where we meet the NASROD, a fusion of junkyard elegance and modern muscle car tuning.
Look at the way that I do it so bad. Look at the way that I do what I should. Look at the way that I get you. See the look on your face.
Jesse.
How's it going, Rob?
Man, it is an honor to meet you and talk about this car. And so for the people that don't know, Jesse, what are we looking at?
This is the NASROD. It's a NASCAR open wheel inspired rat rod.
I think there's a lot more that could be used to describe it though. There's a lot more than meets the eye. And I think for me, looking at it, there's a lot going on here. What are we looking at?
So basically it's a Steve Morse 500 cubic inch LS. It's got a T56 tranny. It's 4-wheel drive, Duramax front differential, run-of-the-mill stuff.
Oh yeah. No big deal.
No.
That's something that blew my mind, is that this thing is all-wheel drive.
Yes.
And you've got parts from, I'm guessing, tons of different cars, different manufacturers.
Oh yeah. It's basically a whole stirring pot of everything aftermarket. It's got like a mud truck transfer case. It's got a regular 9-inch out back, Corvette suspension parts, trophy truck steering rack, like literally just every bit of everything I could find to work.
You did basically everything you see here in-house.
Yeah, everything here, yeah. I got a buddy up the street that does a little bit of machine work. He turned down some bushings and stuff for us, but other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all redneck math.
That makes me wonder, I was told this thing makes 1,000 horsepower. Is it because it has nitrous?
No, it makes 1,000 horsepower naturally aspirated. Yeah, it's 14.5 to 1 compression, solid roller, 800 plus lift camshaft.
That's incredible. And you what, methanol?
Yeah, run on methanol, absolutely, yeah.
You said earlier there was something that we had to do with the axles.
Yeah, so notorious for this car, brakes axles. The steering angle plus the horsepower and torque in 4-wheel drive just likes to, I think they're a little short. I got some longer stubs from Drive Shaft Shop. We're gonna swap those in real quick and then see how they do.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Jesse's crew gets right to it, and within minutes the axles are already off and the new one's ready to be fitted. With how much Jesse thrashes on this car, it's no surprise that I am standing here holding these axles. These are solid steel pieces of machinery meant to put power from the drivetrain to the front wheels. With how impressive the front drivetrain is on this car, it's no surprise that he still has to replace these fairly often. Without these in particular, the car is stuck in rear-wheel drive mode. Now, it is a 4x4 vehicle, so power is being sent to the front, it's just not making it through the current broken axles. So this little bit of work is going to allow us to be able to do anything from 4-wheel drive driving to maybe even 4-wheel drive burnouts.
You're not supposed to have the balls falling out. Oh, we're missing a ball. Oh, I found it. It's in there. 2 balls. Broken. It goes in here. If you see, there's supposed to be balls that hold this, and that's what makes it move. But it's missing one here and here. And I have them both, so I'm gonna try and fix it. Hopefully it's that easy.
I am Stacy, and I am the secretary here at Jesse's Performance. Jesse is my husband, and here we build some seriously cool shit.
Jesse's shop in Fort Worth, Texas is a menagerie of muscle. A combination of resto mods and modern classics in various stages of high horsepower tune.
The NASROD came to us the beginning of last year. Jesse bought it from a buddy up in Wyoming, and he told me only is gonna need a motor. It already has a rear end and everything. So I was like, okay, yeah. So 45 days later, it became the NASROD. Jesse and Kyle stayed every night since then, trying to figure everything out. It's very hard. It is very hard to be married to somebody like Jesse. He works all the time. We do not have a normal life at all. He works his first shift from about 10 to 6, and then from 6 to about 2 to 5 in the morning, he works second shift. So he is always thinking about cars Everything we do is about cars. I don't mind because I am also into cars. That's kind of how we met. But I'm not as into it as he is. I like to go home and watch TV and stuff. So when Jessie finishes a build, I get super excited and super proud. He's very modest. He's very, very humble. He'll never be like, yeah, I'm such a bad. So I'm his hype man. I am like, you are amazing. This is so cool. It's so cool. It makes me so proud to see, because I do all our social media. So when I'm scrolling and I see somebody that's posted it, I'm like, yes. Like I told him I was gonna make him famous 10 years ago, and then here we are.
I think I want to ride along.
Okay. Yeah. We can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh.
Look at the way that I do it so good. Look at the way that I do what I should. Look at the way that I got you amazed. You see the look on your face. Look at the way that I bring the bass. Look at the way that I'm running the place. Look at the way that I see the look in your eyes. Part of the game. You gotta look for the.
I'm still shaking, but not out of fear, shaking out of shaking. I have earplugs in, and that was still loud. Yeah, you know what's neat though, is I've never been in a NA car that powerful, because I'm expecting like a turbo to kick in, and it's just like this linear on feeling.
Yeah, it's really, isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
And this thing revs so fast that like it's just like,
yeah.
you know, it's there. The
Yeah.
crazy thing is though, I don't think probably like thinking on this, like I don't think it's any rougher or least enjoyable of a ride than this car was new. Like a 34 Ford truck.
That's
You know what I'm
a
saying?
very true statement, yeah.
Because they rode like shit too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least this one makes cool sounds doing it. You know, I think since everything is good to go, you want to give it a whirl?
I can't not.
Yeah,
but
right?
My mind's telling me yes, but my body's telling me no.
Well,
But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get in.
all right.
Yeah. They say some people who stay overly calm in the face of extreme chaos go on to develop post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm sure I'll be fine. Take a third here. Oh, the clutch. Yeah. Wow. Pump it up? Yeah, lost pedal pressure. She just doesn't like me like she loves you.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God, that thing's just a riot. That's aggressive. That was very aggressive. I love it. And
like how far are you pushing on the pedal, you think?
I sneezed on the pedal. Because I was like, okay, he's really getting the pedal. I get in there, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, like it's like.
Yeah. Jessie takes the NASROD for a quick burn to see if he can diagnose the problem. And then this happens. Okay, so what does it look like broke?
It looks like the pinion gear broke. And it snapped off at the yoke at the pinion there, because the pinion nut's still there. I can put it in full drive and get it on the
I was
trailer.
gonna say, you could probably take that
Oh,
U-joint off and then go into front wheel drive.
Yeah?
I'm not saying I'm a bad luck charm, but this happens around me a lot.
No, this happens around me a lot too.
Okay,
so don't feel bad.
we shouldn't have been hanging out.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm good with it.
He's not afraid to break.
I know, I respect it.
Yeah, we'll just fix it. He doesn't get mad when anything breaks.
No. Jessie's very cool looking tow rig shows up and we put the NASROD on the trailer, plotting whether we should cut our losses or double down. Of course, this is Texas, and so we stay in the game. The plan is, you guessed it, front wheel drive burnouts.
Yeah, this is I'm nervous right now.
Yeah,
And I don't even know why.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. I don't usually get nervous to perform, but like, that's when I know my shit's gonna perform. I don't know, this is uncharted territory for sure.
Yeah.
Let's try that again. I'll try first gear now. We're gonna strap it to the forklift now.
Jessie's not the give-up type, so we play a little Texas Hold'em with a forklift.
Right on, bud. We did it. You did. All day. We finally got a burnout. All day. We finally got a burnout. Woo! The axles work.
The NASROD may have NASCAR in its name, but there's no race to win, just an onslaught of power, sound, crazy fun, built out of imagination, and as Jessie says, redneck math. If you don't have your degree, best to leave this kind of thing to the professionals.